I want to tell you something. Do you feel like giving up? Do you feel like throwing it all away and just quitting today? Well, I want to tell you, never, ever give up, my friend. Never ever keep on pushing. Never ever keep on striving for more. To do more. Because your life's not over. And even if you think it's the end, maybe you think that this is the end. That it cannot get any better from here. Rock bottom. But I'm telling you, my friend, don't give up. Don't give up because I believe in you. Today, I nearly quit. I nearly quit it. All finished. I nearly gave it all up. You know, every day I've been uploading 7 videos a day. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's a challenge. For better or worse. Filming videos. And so this is my phone, it broke. I'm unable to record. This one, the one camera broke so I can't use it. And this one has water damage and won't switch on. So I ended up having to get the cheapest phone I could afford. And that phone doesn't record in higher grade quality. And so the microphone didn't work. And I was really getting nervous and stressed about whether or not I was going to make 7 videos. Thank goodness my camcorder still works. Even though the screen on it, everything seems to go wrong. But yet, I made it work. And I want you to draw a lesson from that. No matter how hard your life is, no matter how hard you try. For example, in my case, I'm filming videos and every time a camera breaks, a phone breaks, something, and I can't do anything about it. But yet, I managed to find a way. Maybe in your life, you tried to do your best in school, but every time you got a book, it got eaten by the dog. And every time you went to write a test, you had a headache. And everything failed for you. But I want to tell you something, friend. You must never give up. No matter how hard it seems. Because I'm still making videos. Yes, maybe I'm getting my 3rd one, this is the 3rd one of the night, done late. But I'm going to hit 7 tonight. And you know what? Let's look at the differentiating factor between a billionaire and between a poor person. A poor person perhaps tried a few businesses. Perhaps they were given the opportunity for a job. But then they made a mistake. And so they ended up poor. Remember, most people start poor. That billionaire was poor, but he didn't give up. The poor person remains poor because he gives up. And the wealthy person most often continues going and he tries businesses. And even though he doesn't get this job, he gets another job. You know, last night I did an interview and I was with this American company. And I went through the interview and they started asking me all these complicated, hard questions. Assume that you are going to have your cell phone broken and you have to deal with a sales customer. How do you solve the problem? And I said, in order to solve that problem, what I'll do is I'll see why I need a phone. Why do I need a phone? Well, I need to keep in contact with the customers. Maybe I need to use Google because I'm not clued up on what they're saying. And so if I don't have a phone, I'll just use my computer and get WhatsApp linked up and set it all up. And thank goodness, with the blessing and the grace of my faith, I was able to get through that interview. And so I pushed through, no matter how hard it was. Then they started to ignore me. That company hadn't messaged me. And I messaged the guy who had tried to interview me. And I said, "Hi sir, ready and eager to work. When will you be available?" And it was only because I messaged him that he replied to me. If I had not pursued him, if I had not followed up, I would never have received the job or the offer that we're going to continue pursuing this thing on Sunday. So I want to tell you, friend, no matter what happens to you, no matter how bad it seems, you can guaranteed push through. As I said with the camera, you know how hard it's been for me to film? You know how hard and frustrating it is when you want to film and you've got time and everything's broken and all the phones don't work and all the cameras don't work, but yet you manage to find a way. Right now, this camcorder screen is showing a white screen, blank. I can't see anything. So what I do is I take a video, I upload it, then I wipe and delete everything on the SD card and do it all over again. It's incredibly tough for me. But you know what? I make it work. No matter how tricky. And tonight we were going to have a dinner. And an evening dinner. And because I'm gymming every night, I'm focused on eating healthily. In as much as it's important for me to eat protein, it's also important for me to eat healthy. And so my mum made a fantastic chicken dish. But she loaded up my plate with lots of oil on the chicken. And there was a lot of bread there and meat pies. And so yes, in the past I would have eaten it. But I know that if I eat it, I'm going to feel terrible. And so that pained me and it angered me. Because I really want to eat dinner with them, but also I don't want to eat their food. And so I didn't want to be rude and I just walked away and left. And dealing with my family is getting increasingly difficult because the resistance between me producing and trying to fix my life in every way possible and them just wanting me to be normal so that they can have a degree of control is not possible and it's not gelling well. But I want to tell you how hard my life has been, but the benefits. Well, I don't want to tell you how hard because why complain? My life in the recent times has seriously improved ever since I started dressing well, wearing nicer shirts and making sure that I was wearing a suit. Everything seems to have fallen into place. More money, now I'm going to get a job. I'm supporting you because you're learning from me. But I suppose the lesson of it all is, excuse me, and today was one of the roughest days, which is why this is my third video. Because it gets hard. And if you're on a similar path to me of entrepreneurship, or on gym, or trying to make sales online, I think you and I both understand that it's hard. In fact, I almost feel like crying. But it's really, really hard. I remember when I was younger, when I was in grade 7, there were these really large examinations being done for English, math, science, all the different subjects. And I dedicated myself, and I even had a private tutor to help me, which is a blessing in and of itself. And I remember studying so hard, putting in so many hours, coming home from school and studying, and then lessons, and throwing away my social life, and throwing away my exercise, and throwing away everything else, and just so that I could focus on school. And I remember that one night I cried myself to sleep, first time ever. And it feels similar to that. It really does feel similar to that. I want to talk briefly about what I've done this week though. This week I managed to film 7 videos. I want to see which list it is. From Monday all the way till Thursday I filmed 7 every single day. Unfortunately no sales on the second-hand items. I have had my bike broken, so I was unable to go to the second-hand store to sell the price, but that's been done for extra money so I can put it into another online site. And so I really am vying for myself to get that job so that I can support myself, and then as soon as possible I might be able to move out or just start accumulating some savings so one day I could live off the interest and be financially free, says Robert Kiyosaki in this book. But the point is, no matter how hard it is, I'm telling you from someone who has, in the last week, you have no idea. You have no idea. This phone, water damage. The other phone, camera broken. This camcorder, white screen is broken so I can barely even see myself. I had to get a new cell phone, but it can only do 1 SIM card, so I can't even deal with anything. I had to get a new phone, new SIM card, new social life. My bike broke, so I couldn't sell second-hand items anymore. And I train every day. So I guess the message of it all is not about me. The reason I tell you all this is because you and I have become a bit closer over these past few weeks and months of making videos. So I feel like I can talk to you. When I'm talking, I'm not talking to a camera. I'm not talking to a lens. I'm not talking to some sort of machine or phone. I'm speaking to you, and you're a person. And so I want you to know that no matter where you are, no matter how much money you earn now, be it $1, be it $1,000 every minute or every hour, no matter how strong, how fat you think you are, don't give up. Because eventually, you will get, not just to where I am now, where it gets hard, but you'll push through. And we'll see now, in the light of time's perspective, as my father loves to say, in future, that this YouTube channel will boom, that sales will boom, that I will land the job, because I just never, ever gave up.